Page 4 now, the unindicted felon running for president, Hillary Clinton. She violated the Espionage Act, she violated the Federal Records Act, and she violated the Freedom of Information Act. Also, Hillary used and abused her position as Secretary of State to bilk hundreds of millions of dollars from people who wanted access and power and money. Yes, the Clinton Foundation and money laundering scheme is all about the money. So this is why Hillary is refusing to hold an actual news conference. She's afraid that she will look like a fool, like she did at the last official news conference that she held back in December 2015. That was more than 275 days ago. Now, this week, aboard her new campaign jet, Hillary held 2 question and answer sessions of about 15 minutes each. However, this is not a news conference. Why? Answer. Because on that jet is a hand-picked elite bunch of reporters, most of whom are totally in the bag for Hillary. Therefore, there are no tough follow-up questions when Hillary evades, no pressing the candidate after one-word answers. In other words, Team Hillary is trying to fool the American people into believing that she is actually doing what Trump is doing, answering the tough, unfiltered questions that a presidential candidate should answer.
I know how to work with Republicans. I believe we can get results when I am president. But I have no doubt that they would prefer not to have another Democratic president in the White House.
Stop and take. I don't know how accurate that is. When you look at the establishment Republicans in Washington, D.C., there's something in my gut that tells me on the outside they're saying they're not supporting Hillary and they're supporting the Republican nominee. But on the inside, I think they're actually rooting for Hillary Clinton to win. You know why? Because if Donald Trump is elected president of the United States, necessarily he's going to upset their neat little apple cart, their comfort zone. Think Reince Priebus here. Roll tape.
I'm running for this job. I believe I'm the best person for this job, and they're going to keep coming after me. And your example about the congressman calling for more hearings is just...
You know, I appreciate what Congress is trying to do here, but it is too little too late. We're 2 months away from the November election. When Congress should have pursued this woman was as soon as she uttered, "What difference does it make?" That should have set off bells and whistles, red flags, alarms all over the Capitol. But for some reason, it didn't. Congress, at that moment in time, should have hired a former U.S. attorney, a former big-time prosecutor, and said, go at it. Here's your independent room. You're going to be an independent counsel, if you will, and go and investigate Benghazi. And then, of course, it morphed into the email scandal, and then morphed into the Clinton Foundation scandal. And even if it wasn't an official prosecutorial role, at least it could have connected the dots for the American people and for Democrat voters. And heck, who knows? If they had done this, Hillary might not have even survived the nomination process. But they didn't, did they? Roll tape.
A perfect segue because, you know, the FBI resolved all of this. They're reporting.
You know, actually, that FBI document dump, just minutes before people were leaving on their Labor Day holiday getaway and ready to fire up their grills, actually created more questions than answers. For example, we found out through the FBI release of this information that her people destroyed her cell phones, or at least they said they destroyed. Where did those cell phones end up? Were they actually destroyed? Were they destroyed beyond the point that they couldn't be retrieved by an enemy? Say, for example, if they ever happened to get their hands on Hillary Clinton's garbage or wherever these phones were being destroyed? That's one question. Or how about the question about her saying the concussion affected her memory on certain things? Isn't that kind of a huge question mark around this candidate? Shouldn't the American people know exactly how bad, what kind of permanent damage has been done to her brain because of that concussion? Roll tape.
Answered all the questions. The findings included debunking his latest conspiracy theories.
Stop the tape. Actually, this is a clinical textbook definition of a conspiracy, isn't it? Because you have a full-blown scandal here in Hillary Clinton. Actually, multiple full-blown scandals swirling around Hillary Clinton. You have a Department of Justice who's refusing to prosecute. You have an FBI who twisted, the head of the FBI twisted himself into a prosecutorial pretzel to not go after Hillary Clinton and rewrote the statutes to not pursue her. And we have a White House providing cover every step along the way. It is a conspiracy. So just imagine a President Hillary. Shudder the thought, but if we think Barack Obama's administration was choreographed, orchestrated, insulated, agenda-driven, just wait until this woman sits behind the resolute desk in the Oval Office. Hillary will make the least transparent president in American history look like a crystal clear plate glass window. Coming up next, the